So I'm going to be breaking down GPUSD, right? And the reason why focused on GPUSD is because of GPUSD have just given us the best directional bias, right? So we are expecting price to take out this low, this high. So I'm going to be taking long trade for all the duration till this place is taken out. I'm going to explain to you guys how to even anticipate your own, how to trade your own. You guys know I trade structural liquidity and POI, and I have a very sniper entry. So I'm going to explain to you guys how you can take it, and I'm going to update you guys. But before we get there, let us look at the directional bias that GPUSD has created. Now, if you go to the daily time frame, you can see what GPUSD is doing. You can see that GPUSD just started reacting from this other block right here. So GPUSD is previously in a buy, is bullish. The trend is bullish, but we had a retracement and it started reacting off of this key level right here. So I'm expecting this key level to be the push to this upside. So if you go to the 4-hour time frame, it even becomes more clear. You can see this thing. You can see that this liquidity was swept. This liquidity was swept right here after multiple inducements. All these things are called inducements. This liquidity was now swept. So after this liquidity was swept, we tap into this other block. This is more clear in the 4-hour time frame. So I'm expecting, if you want to read the market structure, I'm expecting after you have a high, you have a low, you have a higher low, you have what, a higher high, a higher low, then a higher high. So I'm expecting price to take out this high. So since I'm expecting price to take out this high, we'll keep on looking for structural liquidity and POI setup all the way up to this place, and I can actually draw my take profit to this place, but I won't be doing it. Now back to our 1-hour time frame we are trading now. This is what I'm anticipating. I've already took the first trade from here. What was the logic behind the first trade? And this was the key level, right? This was the key level that we tapped into. Why is this not good? This was the key level we tapped into. This was the key level we tapped into. Now we are expecting price to keep buying, right? So we're expecting price to keep buying to the upside. So first, after we tap into this key level, we want to be sure that price is going to react from this key level, and that's why we need a market structure shift. So after a market structure shift, we got this valid market structure shift, which is the break of the last lower high, because price is going to be forming a downtrend, which is lower high and lower low. So when price breaks the last lower high, that is a market structure shift. So after this thing, what do I see here? I saw a break of the market structure shift, and this was actually a double break of structure in the opposite side. So double break of structure is usually high probability or multiple break of structure. It's actually multiple break of structure. We have the first one, we had the second one at this point, and we also have the third one at this point. So this shows that this is actually high probability, right? So this is high probability. So when I saw this thing, I was looking for the key level to take my trade off of. So how do I come up or pick a key level that I'm interested in? So how I pick a key level is following these rules. Number one, I want to be able to spot where is my structural liquidity, and it's basically the first valid pullback before or after the break of structure. So what I can see here is this, and this is the first valid pullback. This is a clear pullback that we can see here. So I now marked out this key, as my structural liquidity. Now the thing I'm asking myself, which POI should I be interested in? There are many POI you can see here. You can see this breaker block right here. You can see this other block right here. We can see this other block here. We can see this breaker block. So which one am I going to be interested in? Number one, the first rule is I want to be I'm only taking other block or breaker block that is unmitigated. That's one. And the real mitigation occurs after price have already break the structure. If price mitigate it before the break of structure, I don't really consider it. But if you mitigate it after the break of structure, then I consider it. So that's the first thing. It needs to be unmitigated. The second thing I am looking out for is that I want to see did it really a market structure shift or a break of structure, and obviously it did it. Next thing I want to look out for is we have a structural liquidity. Yes. Now to pick my other block, I'm going to my key level, my point of interest. I'm going to be looking for the one closest to that our liquidity. So since we have marked out that this is our structural liquidity, I'm looking for the one closest to the liquidity. So now I'll try to analyze all these key level. We have our first breaker block here. So already this breaker block has failed because of he meet the criteria of being unmitigated. Price have already unmitigated. The price have already is even above the structural liquidity here itself. So it's not valid. The next one we have here is actually this other block right here. And you see this other block is above the liquidity we are looking to take. It's actually the liquidity we are looking to take out, so it's invalid. And we actually have another one which is here. We have another one which is actually at this point, right? And this is actually a nicer one, which I didn't look well, but my student actually took a trade from this place. You can see it, and he had a more tighter stop loss. So that's this thing. But me, I took a trade from this breaker block. Anyone you took is still okay. You can see it actually worked. The other block worked, but in this case, I took it from the breaker block. So now, after I take it, you have multiple take profits. The first take profit you can have is basically this high as a low hanging fruit, the closest one. It will actually be triggered whenever this is an external range liquidity. When it gets taken out, you should expect a retracement. So most times what I usually do is that I take most of my position at this external and then wait for new entries at this point, at the next point, and so I'll offload back this position, most of the money I made, and continue to the upside. That's how I usually do. But in this case, or another place you can take your profit is at this high, or you can actually hold all the way to the take profit at this place, which is risky because of what price they do is that price can likely come down a bit and do some funky stuff. So it's better you be realistic, and I think this is a very nice place. If you get something like 15 out, 10 out, is very nice. So now look at what I'm going to be anticipating on this. Look at what you guys should be anticipating throughout DGPUSD, as this DGPUSD give us a clear market structure and a clear directional bias. You are going to put focus on this trade, right? And this is what we're going to be looking for subsequent trade. We have taken our first trade here. What are we looking for? We are looking for. Alright, so just a reminder, we actually still on this challenge we started. So basically, this challenge is where we are. We are trying to accumulate 200k in profit capital. I started this challenge to help my students build capital. So the goal is to start with the smallest profit and scale up to 200k in profit capital. How are we going to do this thing? We're going to buy a 5k account, then we're going to pass it, try to make 4% in it. That 4% will be around $200. We use it to buy a 25k, then we pass the 25k, then make 3% from the 25k, and then use that money to buy 100k. The amount you get, I've done the calculation, use it and get 100k. Then from 100k you can now scale to 200k or even more than. So this is the goal, and this is something I've been doing personally. So I brought it for my students around the last quarter of 2025. So we did the first batch and we did the second batch on January. Now we started a new batch, which is this February, and we have been doing this thing for a while now. Currently this one we started this in the middle of February. So already now we have been able to pass the first 5k. So we got a 5k. I tell everybody to get a 5k so we can be trading it together. So we took a trade that we passed the 5k account. As you can see, this is my own. I'm trying to put myself into my student box, right? So I buy the same 5k as them, and I'm going to be trading together. You guys are going to see the risk management and everything that I'm using. So you're just going to be duplicating my results. So this is something I will say that we have already passed the account, as you can see, and this is my own account. And as you can see, this is actually my student that is also following around, as you can see. So all the proof is in the Telegram channel. This Telegram channel, you can look at it. If you go to the pin comment, you can see the old one we have been doing. This is the old one. This one, it was on November of 2025, and there are more recent one. So you can see the 25k. When we reach the 25k mark, we pass it actually. So this is it. So we have been doing this challenge now. So this is more of a personalized group coaching, right? So you will not just learn, you also make money while you learn. So if this is something you are interested in, if you're interested in mentorship like this, you can actually send me a DM on Telegram. Just click on this place to see the admin of this. Yes, you can search me. I'm the admin at this point, or I'll leave a link in the description of this video so you can actually reach me out on any social media, WhatsApp, Instagram, but I'm very active on Telegram. Yeah, so that's it, and that's what my mentorship is offering. Now back to the video. So now um look at what I'm going to be anticipating on this. Look at what you guys should be anticipating throughout the GPUSD. As this should GPUSD give us our a clear market structure and a clear directional bias, you are going to put focus on this trade, right? And this is what we're going to be looking for subsequent trade. We have taken our first trade here. What are we looking for? We are looking for structural liquidity and POI. So now I was looking to take a trade from this other block, but I didn't see structural liquidity, so I didn't take it. So now what will I be looking for? I'm looking for maybe let's say price break this high and then form some kind of structural liquidity at this point. Then I can take my trade from this breaker block. And this, so I'm showing you guys multiple trades will be taken. So what do we have here? We have we have a break of structure. Price breaking this high. I'm trying to anticipate future trades that you guys can look out for. So after price break out this high, it also break out. We have multiple break of structure. Break this one, break this high, and possibly break this one high, right? So the next thing we have here is a liquidity, structural liquidity at this point. So since this structural liquidity didn't mitigate this breaker block, I can actually take a trade from this breaker block, refine it on the lower time frame. So this will be my first trade. This will be my next trade. But let's say that this thing actually mitigated this breaker block and trade something like this. Then I'll be looking for maybe if there's any other block around this place, I'll be looking to take it. So I'm trying to anticipate future trades so you guys can be seeing how to take trade when you have getting your directional bias, because we just got our directional bias, and I suggest you focus on GPUSD because we have offered us a clear directional bias. And next, what will I do? Let's say price does something like this. We have a break of structure. So what, let's say price does something like this, come down up here and give us something like this. What will I be doing? At this point, I am having a break of structure. Actually, a multiple break of structure. If you look back, you can see multiple break of structure is key. It makes it high probability. So we are having a break of structure and we have structural liquidity at this point. Now we want to look for our key level we are taking. The first key level you can see here is our breaker block. The key level I use is breaker block and other block. The first key level you can see here is our breaker block, and the rules for picking a point of interest is that it should be unmitigated, but you can see that our structural liquidity has already mitigated it, so it's invalid. And the next one we can have here is our other block. So in this case, our other block is unmitigated and is the one that is closest to our structural liquidity. So what will I do? I'll be waiting. I'll place my limit order at this point, and I'll be waiting for price to do something like this and continue to the upside. So notice the kind of clarity that comes from having a directional bias. But if you don't have a directional bias, some traders might see it and call it a market style shift and start trying to take a trade from this place, a sell trade from this place. That's why a directional bias is this thing. And let's keep going. Now let's say that price after this break of structure, we are having a break of structure, and we have, let's say we have our structural liquidity. We have our structural liquidity. Yeah, yes, okay, let's get rid of this. So let's say we have something like this now. This is our break of structure. We have structural liquidity and we are looking to take this trade at this breaker block. So let's say that what price did instead is that price violated this breaker block. As price violated this breaker block, you have taken a loss at this point. You have taken a loss at this point. Now, as much as this is a loss, I will still wait for price to give me price action, and I'm still looking for bullish. I don't flip bias. I'll not start saying this is actually okay, let me sell from this point. No, I'm not going to flip bias. I'll just wait for markets to align and give me my clear structure and liquidity and POI. So let's say price now does something like this. These are things that price can actually do. So just this is what I'm giving you. So let's say price does something like this. Well, what have I seen here? I've seen my structure, which is this break of structure, my liquidity. This can serve my as my liquidity, and my POI, which is this other block. So what will I do? I will simply place a limit order at this place, waiting for price to come to this point. So I'm expecting price to tap into this place and come to this point. But what if price does something like this now? Why is this sensitive? What if price does something like this and stop me out? Will I go and start looking for bearish setup? No, I'm not looking for any bearish setup. I'll draw on liquidity is at this high. Even though it not trade to this high, let it trade to around this place, because sometimes price can react from another block around it. But these I'll draw on liquidity at this high. So when I see this market still shift, normally without the directional bias, when I've not studied directional bias, so when I see this market still shift, I'll go and flip bias and start looking for more bearish setup at this point. But if I see this thing, what I'll just do is I'll just going to stay and wait for GPJPY to give me show me his hand or show me what it wants to do. So I'll just keep waiting. I'll not go and flip bias. So in some cases, what GPUSD will do, it will be my trade to take out some liquidity, maybe this liquidity at this point. Take out this liquidity and now give me a market structure shift. Why this thing is season? Okay, let me see if it's. I don't know, I forget the setting. But let's say it does this now. Now wait for my market structure shift at this point. And when it gives me my market structure shift, let's say it does something like this, I will continue taking bullish setup until this place is taken out. So that's what I'm trying to explain. Until this place is taken out, I'll keep on taking bullish setup until this place is taken out, until that high is taken out. So I'll continue for where I stop. Right, we have a break of structure. Then the next thing we need to see is a structural liquidity. Then I'll take an entry at this point. Break of structure, structural liquidity. Breaker block is closest to the liquidity and is unmitigated. Take my entry from the breaker block and continue to the upside. So let's say price now does something like this. Let's say price now form structural liquidity, so I did not take this key level. Price now does something like this. We have break of structural liquidity at this point. These are structural liquidity. I'll take my entry at this breaker block and continue to the upside. Now we have break of structure. We have structural liquidity. Let's say we have structural liquidity. Now this structural liquidity mitigated this breaker block. So this next breaker block, is it mitigated? No. There's also a key level here, but this one is closest to the liquidity, so I'll take it and go. So I'll keep on doing this thing until we hit our drawn liquidity, which is this high. So that's how the reason why I'm focusing on this trade is because of on GPUSD, because GPUSD have given us a clear directional bias, and I expect you guys to keep on looking for longs till the high is taken out. Just keep looking for structural liquidity and POI stop till the high is taken out. And if I see anything, maybe the market deviates and start showing something else, I will update you guys on this channel. So you guys should stay active and also stay active on the Telegram channel, because I'm going to be posting the setups there. So yeah, that's the update on GPUSD. We're going to be putting focus on GPUSD from now on until this drawn liquidity is taken out, or maybe price comes and show that this key level is not actually wants to react from it. So that's the update on this trade. I hope you guys like this video. Please always and also there's an update on my, so I hope you guys like this video. And yeah, for the mentorship, if you guys don't know, I'm actually offering a personalized mentorship where you partake on the challenge I'm actually taking, and the challenge is to accumulate 200k in perfume capitals, I think with the smallest perfume. I've been doing this challenge for a while now, but I decided to bring my student along. And currently we started with a 5k. We are expecting to pass it we're expecting to pass the 5k. We have passed the phase 1, so we pass the phase 2. If we pass the phase 2, we try to make 4%, use it and buy 25k. From a 25k we pass it, make 3%, then buy 100k, then from 100k to 200k. That's the goal. I've been doing this thing for a while now, but this is the current batch that we are currently at. This February batch. So if you are interested, you can actually send me a DM on Telegram. Yeah, so that's the update on this trade, and this is what I'm looking for on GPUSD.